So we're going to look at the concepts of perimeter and area. This starts on page 255 in your book. Perimeter is the outer edge of something. So think of fence, wallpaper border. Now not wallpaper, but wallpaper border. So just around the top edges of it. Something like that. Area, which is the next section, is the inside of something. So think carpet, think wallpaper, which covers a wall, that kind of thing. And we're going to look at those things, and we're going to look at the math that's involved in them. For perimeter, really all you need to be able to do is add up all your sides. So let's say you have this figure, and this is 12 inches, and this is 12 inches, and 3, and 3. All you do is you add up 12 plus 12 plus 3 plus 3. So 12 and 12 is 24, 24 and 6 is 30, and you want to make sure that you use your units. So this would be 30 inches, and that would be your perimeter. So no matter what you have, what figure you have, you just add up all the sides and you pull from the units that you have. Now, there are some formulas that you can have, but you don't have to use the formulas. If you look at page 256, there is a formula for an equilateral triangle, or a triangle that's the same all the way across. And its formula is P for perimeter is 3 times S, because that's S plus S plus S. The formula for the perimeter of a rectangle, which would be L plus W plus W, is 2 times the L, that's L plus L, plus 2 times the width, or 2W, that's W plus W. And then the formula that they give for the perimeter of a square, they've got 4 sides. S stands for sides. And they say that that formula is 4 times S, or S plus S plus S plus S. 4 of those. So that's what you're doing. You're just adding those up. So let's just look at the homework page on this one. Let's look at page 260. And on page 260, let's just look at number 26. Gives us a drawing. It's labeled 52 meters here, and it's labeled 23 meters here. And you can assume that if this bottom is 23, then this one is 23, and this one is 52, and you just add those up. 23 plus 23 is 46, plus 52 plus 52 is 104, so 6 and 4 is 10, 4, 5, so 150 meters, and that would be my perimeter. So you're just adding those things up. That's all you're doing for these. That's all you're doing for perimeter. Now, for a circle, which is on page 258, the perimeter of a circle, or the outer edges, if you can think of a circle made of string, and you took your circle and you took scissors and you cut it, and you laid the string out like this, that would be the outer edge of your circle. And the perimeter of a circle is not called perimeter, it is called circumference. That's the perimeter of a circle. And we do have a formula for that one. And it is C equals, and it's on page 258, D for diameter times the symbol pi. And pi is a number that goes on forever. We really don't have a number we can use for pi, really, because it goes on forever, but we tend to use 3.14. It's the rounded version of that number. So that's what your book is using, is 3.14. The formula for circumference could also be 2 times pi times radius, because the diameter of a circle is the distance across the center, and so for this formula, they're using that distance across the center. The radius, or r, of a circle is half the diameter. So if you knew the radius, you could multiply it by 2, and that would give you the diameter. So you're going to want to use the formulas for those. So let's just do a couple of those. This one is on page 258. And it gives you a picture of a circle with the diameter marked. So the circumference would be diameter times pi. So we would say 4 for diameter times 3.14. We would take our calculators and do 4 times 3.14, and we would get 12.56. And of course we would check to see what they want us to round to, and it says rounded to the nearest unit, or to the nearest whole number is what it's talking about when it says round to the nearest unit. So when we're looking at this one, 12.56, since the next number is 5 or bigger, we would say approximately, that's what the squiggly lines are for, 13, and the units that we have for this one is in feet, so we would say approximately 13 feet. That's what we're getting for that one. Let's look at another one. Part B, instead of having the diameter marked, it has the radius marked. So we could either use the radius formula, and we could say 2 times 3.14 times 5, or we could use the diameter formula, and we could just say, well, if the radius is 5, double that, and that's 10. And we could use that number in our formula. So either way, we're going to get the same answer. So over here on the left, 10 times 3.14 is 31.4. That's approximately 31 units, which is meters. Same thing over here. 10 times 3.14 is approximately 34 meters. So you're just substituting the numbers into your formula.